Meat, meat, and more meat. Jonathan sure is a busy lad, as outside the walls of Hexham, those that would see us dead await their final fate. And of course, as you know by now, that fate is a succulent, home-cooked meal. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Going Medieval, and to the Cannibal keep that is Hexham. After our successful defense of the keep in the last, we have not only bodies, but a fair amount of clothing and other items to go through. I mean, these masks, they could well be useful. But then again, we do have helmets, and I feel like they're going to be providing a little bit better protection. Obviously, the kitchen is a little bit of a mess at the moment because we've got a lot of stuff to work through. But we have Edith and Redmond working at expanding out our root cellar. In an ideal world, we wouldn't have our root cellar so close to the kitchen because, yeah, there's going to be temperature issues that come from that. However, for now, it suits us just fine. And of course, as all of you know by now, both Dustin and Redmond will not be staying here long term. No, they will continue to assist us while they are here, but we know where they're going to end up. Oh, well, Redmond's birthday's today, and he got a perk. Nice to know that they can actually get perks over time. Lightweight obviously means that he really can't hold his drink. Yet again, something that he's not going to have to worry about for long. Oh, we can build a smokehouse out of limestone. Well, that's handy to know. We've got more than enough limestone going around, so I'm fine with these being out here because worst case scenario, we end up rebuilding them, and the whole time that they're being attacked, we can attack them. We aren't going to be giving Jonathan any other construction jobs just for a little while because, well, yeah, he's already got enough to do. Well, I can happily say that we've finally cleared out the kitchen. And oh boy, do we have a lot of meat in the cellar. Obviously, a lot of this needs to get smoked, and that will happen. And we have another lone traveler just as that happened. Oh boy. Well, who do we have here? Jordan, you're coming over the top of our mountain there. You're from the Church of the Third Coming. We can't really tell anything else about you other than the fact that you've got goods, and we're going to want them. And that blood that you've got, well, I suppose that belongs to us too. Late at night, Jordan arrives, and nothing is amiss. Both Redmond and Dunstan are there to keep him company for a little bit. In the morning, however, Lillian and Edith will be paying him a visit. All right, chaps, the sun has risen. It's time to get to work, eh? Let's try not deal with this on the stairs. Although I guess, he's nice and close to the his final resting place. How about you just pop up here? Yeah, there we go. That's good. Just out here. And let's do what we do. Oh, a miss and a miss. You've got this. I believe in you too. Edith is actually using just a single weapon at the moment. That's okay. Oh, and it was Lillian who got the kill in the end. And oh, look at that. They had some lovely pies for us. Don't I feel terrible? Not really. No. A nice good cap too. See, Jonathan's gonna love that. They're already happily drinking. Oh boy. Both Dustin and Redmond are trying to, they're trying. I don't think praying is going to save them here, though. Jonathan's starting to lay the flooring down for our crafting hall. It's going to be a bit of a project, but I think it's worth us getting that down before we look at putting in any of the benches. And now here comes the part where we keep Edith real busy like. The amount of mining that's going to be happening down there. Actually, I do wonder, let's do this the smart way, right? I feel like we should be working from the back end. Yeah, let's try that first. It looks like we're going to be able to put both of these staircases in just fine. So it does seem like it was the correct way to mine it out. Oh, well, looks like we might have another person joining us for a moment or two. An ailing traveller shuffles haltingly into Hexham. Given time to recuperate, she claims she can work. Oh, you do have a passion for melee, and you do have some perks. A despicable armourer. Please, oh please. Let's see, Gillian. What do you got for us? Unfortunately, You're not gonna last here. Disfigured, dainty, robust. Dainty and robust, okay? And, yeah, outgoing. We will get lucky, eventually. I'm sure of it. For now, it's another set of helping hands. Right, I think it's about time that we start putting down some of these workbenches in here. I'll have a little gap between them, because we probably are going to want to use some shelving up here for finished products. Oh, and Redmond is rebellious, eh? Well, it is a little crowded in here. Perhaps your time has come. What if you to settle down first? I truly hope that Jonathan isn't encasing himself within the staircase. Nope, he seems to be able to get out of there just fine. I think we will have a door going in there, which we're just going to keep open, purely just so that we can actually allocate it as a workshop. And let's make it face the same way as that door. As much as I want to get those structures in place now, it looks like we can't actually place them down until we get all of this mining out the way. Well, it's that time. Redmond is getting rowdy yet again, and Edith isn't in as good of a mood as the others. Believe me, she's still in a good mood though. She's going to be in an even better one in just a moment. We'll give Redmond a fighting chance here. You can try your best there, but Edith, she knows what she's doing, and we'll finish this as quickly as we can. There we go. Redmond is dead. They're going to be a little upset, but that is going to be something that they will get over rather quickly. Well, we're slowly going to start to get some of these workbenches in here. We do need a fair bit more wood before we can get them up and running though. So some of the trees that are further out are going to get the chop. Jonathan is working hard to preserve the very large amount of meat that we have available at this stage. We've got 483 pieces of just raw meat. And we also have a colon. What I was going to say was that we're going to prioritize the human meat before the other meat. And well, yeah, salvation, the Kingdom of York. Well, we don't get along with them, as we don't get along with really anyone at all. Forlorn and desperate, Colin stood accused of treason against the Kingdom of York. Supposedly, he is innocent. He has 4 perks. So as always, the possibility is there. A soothsaying engineer with some culinary skill and some marksmanship. Colin Reeves, you're coming after Jonathan, aren't you? Ah, of course. We will get marauders, though. Ooh, that is tempting. You know what? Let's help this poor lad out. Colin. So you are injured? Okay. I'm so disappointed. He's infirm as well. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, you're going to be sticking around for a little while, Colin. We'll be sure to put you to use. As we are expanding out our stockpile down here and creating our crafting space, yeah, there's lots of work. As we've been doing everything else, we've slowly been working out this next stage of research. I wanted to talk about this one though, beekeeping. I've never actually seen it done before, and I'd be intrigued to see if we can pull it off. We have a skep. If the bees work hard, this woven hive will overflow with liquid gold honey and malleable wax. Now, I do wonder if it needs to be planted near flowers. Like, we've got a decent amount of flowers over here. I feel like it might make sense to try and do it over here. Yeah, let's just chuck down 3 of those for now. And hey, we've got a bowyer, or rather a woodworking bench. The bowyer is going to be over here. And what's good about this is that we can break down basic wooden items. So what we're going to be looking for are things that are damaged. So we'll just say 60 or less. And so once they are damaged, we're going to take them apart and make them into something useful. And we can actually make another one as well. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to say, doesn't matter what that is. If it is flimsy, we want to take it apart. So we'll just say, yeah, flimsy. Obviously, we don't have anyone set to that yet, but that's something that we will do once we've got this expansion sorted. And I'm very happy to say that we are onto the last little bits of the mining that has to be done down here. So this is our main stockpile. We are going to be expanding it out across this whole area, but this is a start. Obviously, we don't want all this limestone to be here. It's going to be all of our other kinds of resources that we have stashed outside right now. And of course, summer is here again. Time is passing fast now at this stage. As we complete more of these construction projects, I will be checking in with our lot more often. But right now, while we have the big things going on, a lot of time will be passing by. And if my prediction is correct, I'll be seeing you next once this party arrives. Well, I wasn't quite correct. They're an hour away. For our fabric bench here, we are going to be taking apart various different outfits that we've got. Same as with our wood stuff, we're going to be taking out flimsy stuff just because it's kind of useless. And anything that is damaged, we're going to be doing the same. We're going to be having the big old forge right at the back there. And I'm thinking for the smelting furnace, we probably want to have that outside as well. That's a big heat output. And our extortionists are here. So we shall accept and make ready for battle. And whenever we see them like that, it always feels like there's a lot more of them than we expected. And they've got some pretty decent looking weapons on them. Nearly all of them are wearing some form of gambeson as well. They're getting tougher, and they are beginning their attack. However, I think they're all the way over here, and we are all the way over here. So we got a little while to prepare. All right, everyone's getting into their position. I'm actually allowing Edith to go and grab a shield. Oh, you got one already. Oh, you took the one off the wall. Well, I mean, that works out for us. Once we've got everyone through, I think, you know what? Yeah, we'll let Edith stand in the center there. Oh, Colin, you just hang back for now. Okay. All right, so we do have Dunstan and Gillian here set with their bows. Jonathan, our main archer, no doubt will be doing the most damage here. They are making their way across, but like I said, it's going to take them a little while to get here. That's a nasty looking bardiche, or actually, you know what? It's probably just a big two-handed axe. Yeah, still, that thing can do some chopping, and I think that they're probably going to start off by going for our smokehouses again, and it looks like, oh, all of them will be able to hit from here. So let's try and take down Lee. Oh, it looks like they're going to pretty quickly take down those smokehouses. I think we probably end up losing the resources that are in them when that happens as well, so it is a bit of a sacrifice, but hey, we'll say it's worthwhile for now. Makes me feel better. Scott, let's take him out. Oh, and that's a big sword he's got there as well, a big two-handed sword. Let's go, Jonathan, let's go. They are slower going over the fences, it looks like. Oh, Vincent is dead. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. And you know what? I don't think they have any archers. I'm actually just going to ask these two to target Alton here, if they can. That would be great. Or Alfred, you know, either or. Looks like they can both attack that door. I see. Well, that's only the first line of defenses. Godwin's down. Yeah, I'm just going to let Jonathan do his thing because I trust that he knows what's best. Let's go for Alfred now. Just shooting down on him. They're not having a good day. Athelstan is dead. Alfred, you're going to be next. Jonathan trying to hit someone a little bit further away, it looks like. Rather, that was just a shot that didn't go off that well. Hey, okay. Looks like Wilfred, you're the next lucky contender. And that'll do it. The ordeal lasted for 4 hours, apparently. 8 sworn enemies died in the fight. Jonathan Withers was the bravest, and no one was hurt because they didn't have any archers. Oh, skip. So I guess we did actually build one of our beehives. Aw. Well, sorry to the bees. Oh, and I suppose we should probably let our ladies have a crack at this. So we're going to send them out to see if they can chase down our enemies. We'll kind of just go one for each, Let's see if that will work out. It doesn't seem to. They always have a hard time chasing them down. Still, I'll keep my eye on them and see if we can get them. Oh, Lillian, come on. You got this. I believe in you. He's slow. The problem is they stop to attack. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to have to let them go, aren't we? It's their lucky days. And for now, everyone else gets to relax. And we get a whole heap of loot. Look at all of that. And look, the fox even gets a meal. We can probably let that happen for the moment. Enjoy it while you can. Oh, quite a few foxes. Yeah, you know what? Let's maybe try and get those bodies moved fast, eh? We are going to have to set these smokehouses to be built again. I'm thinking now we're probably just going to have to build a proper wall around this because they will just keep on getting destroyed otherwise. There we go. Put that skep back in place. Well, Jonathan's gone straight to creating these skeps, these beehives. What does it take to get this done? Oh, just animal husbandry. Maybe it's a set and forget type thing. I think that's probably the case. I cannot believe that this stockpile here is full. That's so much limestone. We're just going to wrap that around for now. You might also notice that we haven't actually worried about treating Colin yet. We're probably not going to worry about that. Oh, okay, yep. Edith is working away. And it does look like we probably have to have a worker at them. I think it's probably worth us having a look at some of these weapons that are on the ground here and seeing what works for us best in terms of DPS. The longsword is really nice, 8.8. Yeah, that's easily the highest amongst this. So I think Edith, we're probably going to ditch the shield for now and go for that. Oh, 15. She's only got 9 at the moment. Lilion's at 12. Okay, so she'll be able to get there eventually. Still worth us storing it, I think. Oh, yeah, okay, so once it is set, it is doing its thing, so producing honey. Right, I like that. I'm a little nervous with how many wolves are over here at the moment, so Dustin, we're going to keep on getting you hauling these bodies inside so that we don't keep attracting wolves. Oh, hey, I didn't realize we got the forge done. Okay, neat. So we are going to be able to smelt things down here in the same way that we can break them down elsewhere. Ah, and Edith is actually getting in and working at it. Cool. You know what? I just had this revolutionary idea that I think might work out quite well for us. Why don't we take the smokehouses and move them over here? It means that, you know, our boy Jonathan doesn't need to run as far when it comes to taking things out. Also, level 40 culinary. For sure, it does mean that our enemies will still try to destroy them, but they're going to be nice and close. Yeah, in general, I feel like that just makes a lot more sense. I have also realized that we are still missing. I have also noticed that we are still missing the clay kiln. We'll be missing it for a little while now. And we probably should chuck down a furnace. I reckon we could do one out here. I did turn this into a pen briefly to see if we could get our dog to stick around in there, but that ain't happening right now. So we'll just get rid of that, and I think we'll look at using this space over here. Ah, see, I would love to be using this helmet, but its armor rating is terrible, and its hit points are next to nothing. Before too long, we're going to be able to make our own. Well, that smelting furnace does sure take up a fair amount of space. Oh boy, they're really starting to get stuck on these traps as well. They'll be fine, it was just a few unlucky passes. Let's relocate this trough outside for now, and we'll see if we're able to fit the kiln in there. I think that'll be able to work out okay. It's probably going to have to go that way. It is kind of going to have to go out like that, which it won't be able to because of the traps, so you know what? We're just gonna go like that. It is gonna kind of restrict the space that, you know, our enemies have access to in here. At least that's the idea. And I did only just notice that we can build both of these out of limestone, which we 100% should be doing. Because I don't know if you realize, but we have nearly 40,000 limestone. This is a new one for us. A heat wave. As the sun beat down, sweat poured from the workers' slick backs. They tied quickly in the blistering heat, wilting like crops, which needed to be tended and harvested quickly before they wither. Workers need shade, and some should work after sundown. Well, I think we're going to be okay in the cave. It's certainly warm in here. I think the thing is as well, during summer, we can probably get away with turning off our braziers, you know? They do provide a nice amount of light, but we have torches that should be lit. I don't know. Oh, you're a weapon rack. No, we probably do need some more torches in here. Oh wow, we're certainly seeing the waves of heat outside. 27 degrees. I mean, it's a warm day. In our cellar, we are looking at 9 degrees. Some of our untreated meat is starting to go, which ain't great. I am hoping that we will be able to unlock ice making soon. It is a research that we can look at picking up. It is outside of this tree. Generally, I'm wanting to try and go through one bit at a time, but it might be worth going for that. This is a nice sight to see though, all 3 of our smokehouses working. And that's kind of what's allowed us to have as much preserved meat as we do. Believe it or not, we've actually started doing a little bit of growing here. Edith is helping us out with that. We are planting some pines, just so that we have access to wood a little bit closer to home. I'd love to get furniture too now at this point, but we're going to go for ice making instead. I believe that will help us out when it comes to keeping our cellar cooler. So I don't know if it's going to help having that outside. We're just going to try and have it in the kitchen for now. If we do end up producing ice blocks, we want to make sure that they get stored down here. Ice block. There we go. Amazingly enough, we have actually fully cleared the stockpile that's outside. And I think we're going to start to take this apart. So Jonathan's taking that all apart. It's going to be a good way for us to reclaim a whole heap of wood. But we will keep this little shack here just so that whoever is going to be doing the limestone block cutting, it's going to be easy for them to do that. And we're actually going to chuck in some beds for our guests because, well, they've been here long enough that, I think they should have some kind of accommodation. I should probably think about putting a roof on this one though, eh? Yeah. Okay, so this is our ice maker, yeah? Let's have a look. Temperature conditions not met. Okay, so it's got to be cold, right? Production speed is 0 because the temp... Yeah, right. Makes sense. You know what? Let's actually shift it downstairs. Maybe we could actually produce it down here. That would make a bit of sense. And our crafting space is now a little bit better lit than it's been before. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening at the moment. It's 7 degrees in here at the moment. It's still very, very hot outside. I think we're probably just going to have to try and make ice during winter and have it last throughout summer. That's what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh, we've got our first lot of honey. 77 honey, no less. Wow, I didn't realize how much we actually had down here in our little storage so far. So some of the equipment that is down here really isn't that great in terms of quality. We should be taking that apart. I think we'll see that happen. We are just going to need to designate a tailor. And looking at our team, no one's a great tailor. Jonathan does have a little bit of passion for it. However, he's pretty much almost always going to be busy being our cook. And I don't want to get attached to any of the others when it comes to crafting. Yeah, so Edith could be a smith. It's a low skill, but the passion will allow it to grow. And it does actually make a big difference when we allow them to do work that they are passionate about. I mean, who knows? We might actually be able to get another cook, but with 40, I don't think we would want to. Well, I think when they're just disassembling things, it doesn't need to be a good crafter. I think for now, that job is going to go to Edith. Would you look at that? Honey Crisples pile. Huh. I wonder if that was just made here as part of the meal. Quite possibly, but yeah, that's cool. Oh, it is nice to see that they are making use of the beds out there. That is going to make them at least a little bit happier. Every day, Edith is popping outside and doing some taming, some training. 87% trained. Ingabel, you're so close to being able to help us out. And Ingabel does get hungry occasionally, but generally she's pretty good at going off and just having a munch on some flowers. And now we can see Edith returning. She is going to be grabbing some of these garments that are downstairs here, running up and then just taking them apart. There we go. Getting leather and some linen back from that. Hey, you know what I was saying about libraries filling up a long while back? We're kind of getting there already, so we might have to expand this space to fit in more books. Pretty impressive, no? I think what we could probably do, though, before we look at expanding is just go wild with these wall bookshelves. Get them in those spaces there. We could probably fit one there as well, and even on the way in. Yeah, there's going to be a lot stacked up in there. Something that I've realized about all of our crafting tables is we don't need these stools. Yeah, they don't really sit down while they're working. Or at least at the tailors, we don't seem to. They might over here, but I doubt it. I think it's standing for pretty much everything. Even up here at the fire, Jonathan sees them as getting in his way. So I think we are just going to get rid of these two. And we finally have enough books to have a look at furniture too. So, candelabras and candle sconces. I feel like those would look a little bit nicer than some of the torches. I think we will keep torches in some areas, but I think I'd like to swap some of them out. Oh, well, I think this will probably be the last attack of today. The Kingdom of York are attacking. The militants descend, baying for royalist blood.
Loyalists are culpable of genocide,
they roared. Slaughter seemed inescapable. Well, they don't like us very much and oh, trebuchets. We're at that stage already. Well, I'm certainly concerned for our well-being. Oh boy, are the trebuchets all the way down there? Okay, I imagine they're still going to be able to use them though. And how much use are they going to be able to get out of that? Let's just see where they are in relation to us. I think they're right on the other side of the map. Yeah. Oh, they're starting their attack. Okay. Alright, let's just see. How bad could that possibly be? Quite bad. Quite bad. That hit right up front, right by Dustin. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't set up zones, so we might just have to try and keep everyone inside. I think the main thing to remember here... Oh. Yeah, keep on going, is that they are actually still going to attack. So if we can kill enough of them, we'll be in the clear. I'm going to let everyone just sleep for now until they start to get closer. I'm going to keep an eye on the damage here, though. Colin, you better get back inside there, lad. Oh, dear. I think those are the shots that are coming in. All right, they hit our staircase. Oh, and it hit, it hit right where their beds were. Oh, that's not so good for you. All right, yeah, that's close enough. That's close enough. Get in, everyone. 2 arms, 2 arms. In we go, as fast as we can. Dustin did get struck there, ever so slightly. Jonathan, I hope, is in a good position up the top. Other temporary archers will be here in a moment or two. Okay, looks like Daniel is leading the charge. No doubt their archers will get here before too long, but it's going to be dealing with this lot first. And yeah, they're going to focus on everything else that's out here, so it's going to give us a chance to try and pick a few of them off. And you know what? They might actually end up hitting their own people with the trebuchets, which they did. Ah, we love that. Jonathan, fantastic shots there. Jillian, you're actually doing a good job as well. Ah, impressive. This is going to be a lot of potential food for us. This is good times. Let's take out Peter, eh? Maybe? Oh, good. All right, looks like they're backing up. Ah, that was an archer down. Boyd we might have to watch out for. Oh, they're just gonna, break down everything there. But lots of injuries. And you know what? They might end up taking out another. What are we going for? Ah, beehives? You bastards. Boyd's down. Looks like Abel is going to be next. Abel and Adger over here. Yeah. They're certainly going to be a lot weaker before they get in here. And you know what? This recessed kind of design that we've gone for does seem to be working at, soaking up some of the trebuchet shots, which is exactly what we want to have happen. If we can take all of them out, we can just charge out with the ladies and take down those trebuchets. Godstan hasn't actually managed to attack yet because he got stuck on a trap. Oh no, he is attacking. He can attack from a little bit further away. Lucas, your time is up. Excellent. Let's go for Peter next, maybe. Oh, so good. Godstan, come on. Yeah, this is a pretty sad attack force out here now. You know what? Let's send them out, eh? Edith, Lillian, we're going to get you going. Let's send Edith up towards this one here. I'm a little nervous about them getting hit by the trebuchets, but what can you do? Lillian is rushing past, taking down Edric, and that's it. 10 sworn enemies died in the attack. Jonathan Withers took the most damage yet again, but also did the most damage. We lost a whole heap of stuff outside, but those are all things that we can rebuild. And Lillian, how about you jump in there and help Edith out with this last marauder here? That or the archers are going to get the kill. Hopefully it's one of the ladies. They seem to love it. It looks like it was Jonathan. Jonathan, you've had quite a few kills. That went well, considering that was the Kingdom of York and trebuchets. Oh, it looks like did you just leave the oh, I guess you packed them up, maybe? Yeah, they're just going to run away. There's no way we're going to be able to capture them. Grimbold, Cedric, tell your tales. Let them know of Hexham. And as the wolves descend to feed upon the fallen, we too shall feed on those folks. But for now, that is going to do us for today's episode. So once again, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. And finally, I'd like to extend a great big thank you to the Legion on Patreon, who continue to make this cannibalistic content possible.